The Sega Master System was almost entirely overlooked in North America due to the incredible popularity of the Nintendo Entertainment System. But now, retro game players are giving the Master System another look as they begin to explore the games of the third console generation beyond just those on the NES. With this in mind, let's take a look at 10 essential games for every Master System collection.
There are a number of factors to consider when creating a list of essential games for any game library. Games should be chosen because they are amongst the best games for that console, or because they offer experiences that can't be found elsewhere. They should also make up part of an ensemble cast, games that together include multiple genres and playstyles sufficient to create a well-rounded library. And finally, there's price. Great games can be costly, but someone just starting to build up a library wants games to play that won't break the bank. The games that follow meet all of the above criteria, and the entire set can be acquired for around $200. They are the 10 essential Sega Master System games. Let's get started. Let's start with a great port of one of Sega's most popular arcade games, Shinobi. The Master System version is pretty faithful to its arcade big brother, keeping intact all the arcade levels and bonus stages. Just like the arcade version, you play as Joe Musashi, and you must rescue the children of the world's leaders from the diabolical Ring of Five. This terrorist organization is led by 5 evil ninjas with skills that match your own. But it's not the plot of this game that propels it forward, it's the action. Like the arcade, you have multiple types of weapons at your disposal. There are short-range weapons like nunchaku, longswords, and the dreaded Manrikugari chain. And for distance, you can call upon unlimited shuriken, knives, bombs, and even a pistol to eliminate your foes. But there's more, ninja magic. Do well in the bonus stages, and you'll be awarded with powerful magic that can eliminate all the enemies on the screen, or help you fly over difficult areas, or even grant you invincibility. Plus, if you hit the blue ninja in the bonus stage, you'll receive double magic. And in Shinobi, you're going to need every advantage you can get, because your enemies are fast, fearsome, and will appear on multiple tiers in each level, requiring Joe to use his incredible ninja jump to effectively confront them. Of all the home console ports of Shinobi, the one for the Master System is perhaps the best, as it's the most faithful to the original arcade version. Shinobi on the Master System is a fantastic arcade conversion, and no Master System library is complete without it. Alex Kidd in Miracle World was Sega's answer to Nintendo's smash hit Super Mario Bros. But Sega wanted it to be immediately known that this was no mere copycat. And right out of the gate, Sega tried to distinguish Alex Kidd from Mario by starting the game with a vertical scrolling level. The game also offered a number of improvements to the basic Super Mario Bros. Formula. First, there were item shops, where in-game currency could be spent on special items, extra lives, and even vehicles. The vehicles are perhaps the most significant addition, as they added a nice variety to the standard platforming levels. The game also departs from the traditional Save the Princess cliché, and Alex Kidd is instead on a quest to save his kingdom from the evil Janken the Great, and along the way learn his true heritage and locate his missing family members. During his quest, Alex will visit a number of locations in Miracle World, each of which contains tricky obstacles or deadly creatures to overcome. Occasionally, he'll come upon Janken the Great's henchmen, who have the power to stop Alex in his tracks by turning him to stone, unless he can beat them in the rock-paper-scissors game, Janken. Alex Kidd in Miracle World is an incredibly colorful and beautiful game, with a wonderful variety of environments, items, and characters. Though it never saw the success of Super Mario Bros., it it remains an excellent platforming title and belongs in every Sega Master System collection. Choplifter for the SMS is a remake of the classic Apple II computer game. In Choplifter, you pilot the Hawk Z, and your mission is to rescue 40 hostages held behind enemy lines. The SMS version boasts 3 levels: Desert, Ocean, and Caverns, each of which offers its own unique challenges. In the desert area, anti-aircraft turrets and tanks are dispatched to prevent you from accomplishing your mission. In the ocean, landing areas are scarce, so you better fly your Hawk Z with a deft hand in order to save the hostages from the decks of the prison ships. And finally, in the cavern stages, things get cramped quickly, and there's no room for error. Watch out for lava bursts and stalactites hanging from the cavern ceilings. Choplifter on the Master System offers excellent graphics and animation, and even boasts some awesome parallax scrolling. There are even some hidden extras. Superman, Jaws, and E.T. will all make an appearance, if you know the secret to finding them. In the years since it was originally created, the game saw a number of home console releases, with the SMS version ending up as arguably the best of the home ports. Its classic gameplay, varied levels, and beautiful graphics make it an excellent game and an essential part of any Master System library. In Zilean, you are JJ, a member of the White Knights, and you've been charged with infiltrating the evil Norsa headquarters to find the 5 floppy disks containing their plans for total domination, and then destroying their base. Along the way, you'll acquire upgraded weapons and items to help you succeed in your mission. You'll also have to rescue your comrades, Apple and Champ, who are missing within the depths of the compound. Once located, you can trade places with your rescued allies whenever you're running low on health, or in the event that you need to take advantage of their special skills. As you make your way through the base, you'll need to acquire key cards. These are used to hack into each room's computer, granting you the ability to disable security systems, warp you back to the base entrance, and, most importantly, open the doors so you can proceed to the next area. But first, you'll need to open the special containers littered around each screen to find the unique door open code for that room. But take care! If you trip the room's security system, Norsa warriors will be dispatched to ensure you fail at your mission. Once all 5 discs are in hand, it's off to the base's main control room to initiate the self-destruct, where the final battle awaits. Zilean has been compared to Elevator Action and even Metroid. And while it's not heavy on action, that doesn't mean it's a piece of cake. You'll require brains, quick thinking, and some map-making skills if you're going to survive this mission. It's one of the Sega Master System's best exclusives and is worthy of being in any Master System collection. It's economic warfare. The evil Menins are using misappropriated funds to build up their forces in an attempt to take over the Fantasy Zone. You are Opa Opa, an upgradable living spaceship, and your job is to recover this stolen money to protect the 8 planets in the Fantasy Zone. This game is absolutely beautiful, and really shows off the graphical power of the Master System. But don't let the bright colors and cheery music fool you. Fantasy Zone isn't child's play. Each planet contains a number of bases that must all be destroyed in order to proceed. But the Menins have not left these bases unprotected. They'll send wave after wave of bizarre creatures at you to bring your mission to an end. And that's not all. Once you've destroyed every base, you'll then have to face off against a massive Menin boss. You'll have to defeat this dangerous foe before you can continue on to the next planet. But fear not, the denizens of the Fantasy Zone have not abandoned you in your quest. They've set up shops on each planet where you can spend the money you've recovered on upgrades for Opa Opa. better weapons and bombs, faster engines, and even extra lives. Fantasy Zone may be a cute-em-up, but it'll take all your skill to make it to the final confrontation in this game. It shouldn't be missed. Gove Elias is a tale of days when demons tormented the world. Reports of demon attacks in the valley have been increasing as of late, and now Princess Rena, who went to the valley to retrieve a medicinal herb necessary to cure her ill father, King Aliad, is missing. Now you, a wandering boy called Kalisis, have volunteered to enter the valley and search for Rena. As you progress through the valley, you'll encounter nasty creatures who want nothing more than to put an immediate end to your quest. But you are not alone. Hidden in caves throughout the area are friends who can provide you with items, equipment, medication, and most importantly, information about the true nature of what you're up against. But before your quest is over, you'll have to fight your way across deserts, forests, swamps, and through dungeons. Originally released on the MSX computer, the Sega Master System version is reprogrammed to take advantage of the superior SMS hardware. The game boasts colorful graphics and an excellent soundtrack, including support for the SMS's incredible FM sound chip. Though it may appear that Gove Elias is merely a simple clone of The Legend of Zelda, it quickly becomes clear that it only takes inspiration from the Nintendo classic, while putting its own spin on the adventure game genre. As such, it is an essential part of any Master System library. Penguin Land is an experience you'll find only on the Sega Master System. You play Penguin Mission Commander Overbite, and it's your job to deliver the fragile penguin eggs to safety in this unique puzzle game. In this vertically oriented puzzler, you start the game at the top of a tall maze. You must slowly lower the egg down to your waiting friends through strategic maneuvering, all the while avoiding dangerous creatures that inhabit the maze. Though this game relies on smart thinking more than quick reflexes, you can't sit idly by. There's a time limit, and each second that ticks by reduces your overall score for the level. There are 50 built-in levels to conquer, and once those are finished, you can design your own to play with friends, and even save them for later thanks to the cartridge's built-in battery backup. Penguin Land is a unique puzzle game, available only on the Master System. It offers an excellent puzzle experience, and the level editor all but guarantees a huge level of replayability. Phantasy Star was a game ahead of its time. Not only was it one of the first role-playing games released on a console in North America, but it also had fleshed-out characters with their own stories and motivations, including a strong female protagonist, Alice. The game begins with Alice avenging her brother Nero, who fell at the hands of the evil King Lassic's soldiers. Alice's adventures take her across the 3 planets in the Algol star system, where she'll visit towns, explore dungeons, and build up her party in order to complete her quest. Phantasy Star expertly blends fantasy with science fiction, and has some of the best graphics ever put into an 8-bit game. Had the SMS been as popular as the Famicom, we might very well be enjoying Phantasy Star 15 today. As it is, though, we'll simply have to remember Phantasy Star on the Sega Master System as the greatest 8-bit RPG ever released. If there is one game that made Nintendo players jealous of the Sega Master System, it's probably Phantasy Star. But if there were 2 games, the second one might very well be Double Dragon. Double Dragon is a port of the immensely popular arcade game of the time, one that was instrumental in establishing the beat-em-up or street brawler genre, a genre that would remain popular on consoles through the 16-bit generation. Though compromises had to be made when porting the arcade version to the Master System's more limited 8-bit architecture, the programmers were able to retain all 4 arcade missions in the SMS port. But even more importantly, and to the envy of many NES players, the Master System version preserved the arcade's 2-player mode. Yes, on the SMS, it was possible for you and a friend to take on the roles of Billy and Jimmy Lee to save Marion. And because of the 2-player mode, the original arcade ending is preserved. Double Dragon is certainly the best beat-em-up on the SMS, but it's the fact that it's also the best 2-player cooperative game on the system that really cements its place as a must-have in any Master System collection. It's a trap. With his last dying breath, the Mecha Dragon has cursed you. You've been turned into Lizard Man, and now you must wander Monsterland searching for the Salamander Cross. This magical item is your only hope of ever returning to normal. To find it, you'll have to defeat the Dragon Bosses, each of whom will curse you with an additional animal form. But with these new forms come abilities that will grant entry to previously inaccessible areas and assist you in surviving the varied environments found in the game. You'll have to fight your way across harsh and dangerous landscapes. You'll need to swim the depths of the deadly seas. And you'll need to soar through the skies high above Monsterland if you're to finally remove the curse and return to your true human self. Wonderboy 3 is a Metroidvania-type game from before the term had even been coined, and it's one of the best action platformers on the Sega Master System.
There you have it. 10 games essential for any Sega Master System game library. These games can all be found for very reasonable prices, and they're great fun to play. So, give them a try and let me know what you think. Are these the games you'd consider as must-haves for your game library? Let me know in the comments section below. I'm MightyQDawg. Thanks for watching.